Got a bandit 2000 in hot at friendlies, 40 miles, bearing 100 on the deck.
2 times Fox 3.
Two bandits in hot on this 25.
Anything at them,
SC-25s, you guys got 2 bandits in the mix with you, less than 10 miles away. On your nose.
I can't fucking see them.
Heavy prep.
Get those missiles out and get out there, guys. Hello and welcome back to the Reapers, and we are very proud to bring to you an old campaign that we're restarting. It's called the Sensor Campaign. Now the reason why it's called Sensor Campaign I still don't fully understand, but the boys have decided it and the boys decide whatever they want basically. So it was exactly a year ago actually we did this campaign. It's funny, or ended this campaign. It was called the Coffee Campaign originally. And it was probably our most revered campaign so far in terms of, it was just very brutal, very realistic, very difficult to do, very dynamic. It had sea, it had SAMs, it had air, it had ground attacks. Very thorough, big campaign at the time. And it was really good. You guys seemed to really like it and rated it very highly. And we ended it at day 12, and we had to give up at that point because basically the blue guys who played the blue side, this is a human versus human campaign, so human on the red, human on the blue, just stopped turning up because it became very difficult. We got shot down a lot, you know, the rules were difficult, you only got one life and blah 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 blah. So we ended up having to give it up. It was very sad, but that's just how it goes. And by popular demand, I've just had people emailing me the last year solid, and I'm fed up now. So we're just going to have to restart it and, well, finish it. Now, a lot has happened in DCS since we finished it. Back at the original Coffee campaign, we were having to destroy S-300s full suites with Harriers and big uns and, you know, and F-5s and stuff. But now we've got F-18s that have got more than just AIM-7s. That's all we had at the time a year ago. We've got F-18s now with HARMs. We've got, what else have we had, guys? We've got F-14s. We've got Phoenixes. Towels, all kinds of more new weapons that we were being promised by ED and be given to us, and so it's going to completely reshape the campaign and basically allow us to do it. I mean, there's a chance it may still be too hard and we all give up again. That might happen, you know. We do this for real, so you never know how it's going to go, but hopefully we're going to have a much better time with our new weapons. And the hostiles, the Reds, are still going to have the same weapons that they had a year ago, basically. Okay, now, because this is a very dynamic, very complex campaign, we've got lots of tabs along the bottom, you see here, so the briefings are going to take more like half an hour rather than a few minutes, and I suggest you listen to them, otherwise the missions aren't going to make any sense to you. So we're going to get stuck in. So, first sheet here, overview. Centered campaign. 13th of September 1994 is when this mission is, when it was, you know, designed to be. Day 13. 8:30 local. The situation is as follows. Is this just an old map, guys, or does it mean anything for this mission?
It's an old overview, but we can relate it to today's mission.
Roger. The boys are making these missions for me. I just don't have the ability to make these kind of complex missions. As you probably know, my missions are relatively simple, so I've passed this over to Sly and the boys, and they're going to be doing it for me to try and emulate the kind of craziness that we had a year ago, basically. Difficulty and whatnot. Right, mission timeline. I don't think we need to go through all this. It just says how long we should take to do all the mission planning, rebrief, flight planning. Okay, flight debrief, so it all looks good. So the first thing we need to do is the pre-briefing. So next we're going to go to navigation. The weather is variable, 3 knots, so it means no wind. Excellent. Clouds at a base of 8,000 feet, thickness 300, scattered, and the visibility of 5,000 feet with light rain. Happy with that? The airfield, are these accurate to this mission, guys?
It should be accurate.
Okay, so we've got Makeup, left-hand circuit direction, diversion Krasnodar. We've got Sochi, 24, runway 24, left-hand diversion Novo. Do we have Gordada active? Does anyone know?
Gordada is active, yes.
Yeah, but that's where a lot of us ended up arguing with each other last time, because some argued Gordada should have been active already, some argued that the runway was still beyond repair.
Well,
that stuff. So.
it's sorted now because Sly's done it. So let's say
I'm telling you, Godata's active, and Sukumi's going to be the next one we take.
Roger. Guadada, does anyone know which runway it is? Just so I can put something down, or yeah, I can see. Well, I'll choose for it.
There's 1-5 and 3-3.
Yeah. Right, so we're on Guadada 1-5, it's left hand with your divert Sashu. And remember, because it's coffee campaign or insensitive campaign, you have to, if you crash when you go into land or something, you lose the airframe. We'll talk about this in a minute, but there is incentive to land properly with the proper circuit on the proper runway at the proper speed without being a dick, basically. Okay, Squiddle. Support aircraft. We've got Magic. He's AWACS, he's an E2 Hawkeye, and he's on 243 Alpha Mike. So I'm presuming that is accurate. So we'll go with that. Intelligence. Okay. Number one.
Most of it's old news. Fifth one has been amended to meet today's mission because we're starting it.
I'll just read that. Guadada has been secured and repairs to retrieve munitions are underway. 4 SU-25s discovered at Guadada. Nice. With a supply of KH-20. Well, it's kind of obsolete now we've got the harm, isn't it? Because, you know, it's cool, but I'm just saying. Okay. Does anyone know what NOTAM was? I can't remember. Notices to airmen. Right. Ongoing threats. So the NOTAM is day 4, so it's pretty much irrelevant, isn't it? Targets today. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. Oil Rig 1, Oil Rig 2, SA-10, SA-3. Offshore oil rigs are. SA-10 is the coastline, SA-3 is the coastline. Coordinates unknown currently. Priority is high on both oil rigs. Is everyone following this, by the way? Do you all know where I'm looking?
Yes.
Yes.
Offshore oil rigs are highest priority, SA-10 high priority, SA-3 medium priority. It all sounds about right. Threats. Cap fighters and naval patrol. Is there any intel about what that naval patrol is? It's going to be on the threat picture, isn't it? Scratch it, I'll come back to that. Yeah, what is this like? What's the answer?
Yeah, it's a Nostra.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, cap fighters, naval patrol, cap fighters. Targets. Civil. What's civil targets? What does that mean? I'm just having a moment.
Civilian.
Right. Sorry, yeah, right. That. And what does low rad and me rad mean?
Medium range, long range.
Thank you very much. Okay, and we've got links there to go and look at them, but we'll look at that later. Threat picture. So this is threat picture of... I need to refamiliarise myself with this as well. So we're pushing into Sukumi by the looks of it. So it's got...
Okay, so this is an old one. We have got Godata now. We will be pushing on to Sukumi soon, securing it. We've kind of wiped out all the forces around Sukumi. We just need to... capture the airfield properly and repair it, and so it's usable. The oil rigs and the SA-10 and the SA-3 are roughly from the Delta SA-10 site on that map. Mm-hmm. If you go towards the coast and then south about 2 squares.
Is that the active SA-10 that we're attacking?
That will be that'll be the SA-10 and the SA-3, and then the oil rigs are offshore, just a bit further south.
Is the SA-3 where it says it is in that picture? Just trying to place where everything is.
Negative. That's a new that's an old SA-3 that's dead.
Roger.
Okay, I think the SA-3 and the SA-10 on that picture are dead. These are a new SA-10 and not a new one, but these are other SA-10 and SA-3 sites which were right on the coast further south.
Roger. Right. Okay, let's continue, guys. Basically just ignore that threat picture. Expected aircraft threats. We've got Cap from Kutaisi still. I know we did blow the runway up at some point, but I'm presuming it's been repaired. It was a year ago, so I can't remember. 33 is MiG-29s. At this point, also MiG-19s and 21s, although we're unlikely to see them, obviously, because why use them? So that's that. Ground forces, null at the moment. Inventory, this is something that's specific to this campaign, is that we have a set number of airframes to use. Now, we were working our way through the airframes with the original coffee campaign, but we, because things have changed, we've got new aircraft, and we don't know where what the old values were. It's all in Coffee's head. We've just had to reset them, so we've just given ourselves 20 of everything, and we're just going to hope that works, basically. So we're starting today with 20. If you lose an F-15 because you go over the side of a mountain and crash, or you get shot down, or you have a taxi accident, well, then it comes out of that there, and we run out in the end, okay? Next, tasking. Ground targets none. Cap none.
Haven't filled this out yet, so what I've done is I've had everyone sign up, and then in the brief we can just we can see the targets, discuss what flights we want to put up, and fill this out.
Roger. So we'll come back to this, guys. Flights we haven't gone through yet, so we're going to scratch it for now. Airfield data, work in progress, so I'm guessing it doesn't mean anything. Target images, we've got Alpha and Bravo here. There we've got the northing and eastings. Right, so the first thing we do, guys, I know you're going to put your coordinates in your aeroplanes and stuff, but let's someone record these and we'll put notes on that F10 menu, shall we? So we can all picture roughly where these are. Okay, that's fine. It's going to be ugly weather, I see. Okay, so that's good. Airfield data. So the next thing we're going to do, should we do flights, organise our flights?
Okay.
Okay, so what have we got here? Hammer, anvil, sabre, dagger. We're all looking in the flight tabs, the flight tab at the moment.
Sign up.
So we
Looking at the sign-up sheet, sorry.
Oh, okay. Right, so this was the original sign-up, but we're going to this now. Right, so we've got cap, 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 seed, okay, we have managed to sort ourselves into groups. What we've got is cap. We've got hammer here with a cap with 2 F-15s. God, I haven't flown this for a while. And 2 Tomcats. We've agreed a racetrack tactics that we're going to do out to sea. We've got Wildcat is going to be Sly's Su-25Ts. And they're going to be doing the seed against the SA-3 and the SA-10. I'm still not sure how they're going to do it, but they assure me they can do it. And then we've got Whiskey. They're going to be striking on the oil rigs. We can have you as emergency cap as well, if you like, but mainly go for those oil rigs. That's your mission. So everyone go to Overview. Looking for Kutaisi. You know where Kutaisi is, don't you? It's
The oil rig.
Yeah, we know where Kutaisi is.
Yeah, so the oil rigs are on the left of Kutaisi. The SA-10's on the right of Kutaisi.
We have coordinates, Cap.
The oil rigs
Got a target image.
The oil rigs are about in line with Kutaisi on the coast, and the SAM sites are just north of that.
Oh, is it just north of the oil rigs? Do you mean?
Yeah, AFAN. They're just north of the. They're not like real. They're not real close, but they're like just north of the.
They are a threat.
We're all going to be roughly in the same place.
Okay, that's good.
Flights wise, and I don't know how many remember flying this, but basically the entire land is filled with SHORAD and LORAD and MIRAD and all the rads, basically. So
I mean, I would prefer to stay out. This is my technique, and it usually works whenever we do it. I say we stay out to sea. We don't let the flankers have their mountains, which is what they want, and attack from the sea. So we go south from Granada, attack from the sea, go 50 miles east, and attack long range from the sea. Is anyone happy with that, or is it a bad idea in anyone's view?
It makes sense from a Phoenix point of view, because they've got less to hide behind.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Also, our fleet is just north west of Gadata, so we are covered out to sea.
Right, covered up to sea there. Cedar, have the Su-25s got the gas to do what I'm proposing, south from Granada and then east to Kutaisi?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we've got that. We can all go. We won't go, stupid close formation like usual, but we will go roughly, together. So you've got cap cover. Regards transit, do we want the cap in front or like 20 miles, or do we want the strike in front? I suppose the cap, so we can keep them busy.
Yeah, for us, for the airfield, I'm going to be inputting some coordinates in, so we're going to be a bit to get airborne.
Okay, okay, that's fine. For my cap boys in Hammer, I think we're called. Let's not get sucked towards Kutaisi. It's going to be tempting to shoot them down once and then run towards Kutaisi. But what's going to happen is you're just going to run into Tunguskas and Sackloss and shit like that. So I suggest we attack them, shoot them down, and then kind of traverse back, chainsaw out at sea. How does that sound?
Can I suggest we pair up? So you've got one Tomcat with one nimble eagle. So regardless of what happens, you've got the powerful radar and the.
I had an idea for you guys, Cap. Basically, what my idea is, you have the Eagles engage them first, and when they're busy fighting the Eagles, have the Eagles break off and turn tail, and the Tomcats fire the Phoenix and track while scan. Because that way they'll be busy and most likely target focused on you guys, and not see the Phoenix that's about to hit them in the
Are
face.
you happy with that, Squiddle?
Sounds
I mean, I don't know if we can predict when we're going to kill them, but I think I know that we have a range advantage in all aspects. The S-27s have missiles where they have to stay locked on us. So if we keep them defensive, it doesn't really matter what they do. Also, if we stay at altitude, we're over the sea, and they lose that long range advantage that we have, because they would like to be in the mountains, right, as flankers.
Obviously.
So as long as we keep them occupied, keep shooting at them when they come near us, I mean, technically speaking, we could win this without killing anything, as long as we don't let them get close.
The Eagle's radar, because of the nature of Flaming Cliffs, is going to work better over land than the Tomcats will, especially at varied altitudes.
And at Notch too, the Eagle will spot them at Notch while the Tomcat won't.
I mean, I don't really want anyone over land, to be honest. Not on this mission. It just doesn't suit it.
No,
There are long
They
range
have got-
defenses, correct?
The SA-10 is right on the coast, so you don't want to be over the land. Trust me. Until we've taken until we've done this mission and taken these seeds out. We don't want to be over the land. I would suggest some sort of bar cap at a high level, and the strikers sort of push slightly more west. Just keep slightly more west. Keep us covered as we gain altitude, and then we can push in sort of almost directly east into our targets, while you guys are keeping bar cap. But just like I say, it's an SA-10, so even though you're high, prepare for missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to add that. Oh, go ahead.
I'll go for it.
All right. As long as we're high, because of the nature of the S-27, it's going to force them to climb up to us, even if they want to shoot us. So, and they have no mountains to dive back to, so they're dead meat if they come for us. So as long as we're not in a flat, equal altitude line, as long as we have a little bit of staggeredness to our formation, we're going to be borderline impossible to kill, because we'll see them all the time if they approach us.
Maintain a racetrack
keep them
out to sea.
keep them at 20 miles as well, because that's the ET's max.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the hardest job that we're going to have is my flight, striking those oil rigs, because we're going to have to be facing both the SA-10 and the flankers. So we're going to trust you guys and the cap can keep them busy.
Well, remember, guys, let's not leave the Su-25s behind, because they're going to be slow. I'm going to be relying on Tomcat in our group to coordinate this regards data link, because we don't get it in the F-15. Oh, do we get F-10 in this, or in any degree? I can't remember this campaign.
Settings, so it's on. Yeah, you gave me medium settings, so it's on medium at the moment, which is allies only.
Right, so we can see friends on F10, so we can coordinate even if we don't have data link. So we'll go with that's just historically how the campaign was, so we'll stick with it, guys. Okay, guys, so we've got a racetrack of cap out to sea, kind of east to west racetrack out to sea regarding Kutaisi. When people go into bomb oil rigs, we're going to go in further, push further in to support them. What is the Su-25T's modus operandi about beating the SA-10? Because it's just going to shoot the KH-58s down. That's why the only way I can kill it is by overwhelming it with about 60 harms. How is half a dozen KH-58s going to beat the SA-10's shoot down ability?
They will lock the same one.
We'll go for the radars and we'll loft them from very high altitude, very far away. They'll drop down. They'll be in almost like a vertical profile, so they should be unshootable, but we'll see. Okay,
I'm going to leave that to you boys. You're the experts there. Right, so we've got that. I suggest we all take off roughly at the same time. We can send maybe cap out a little bit first, but we all want to be roughly together in this thing, don't we? Because we've only got one group to protect everyone. So that's fine. If shit goes wrong, like if the flankers, they've got no rules, they can do what they want. They may storm us at the beginning, so as soon as we take off, we might find the hostiles at Sukumi. If that's the case, then all non-air-to-air fighters just run away to Sochi into our Patriot system, and the cap will deal with the problem. So expect things to go wrong like that. Something else that might go wrong is we might do the plan. We might go south and then turn east, and we might run into the hostile fleet. What's the chances of that happening, Sly? Do we know roughly where that fleet is?
I got to be honest, I can't remember where the fleet is. I don't think it's an immediate threat.
Right.
It could well be. It could be moving.
Okay, so that's, I mean, it's kind of really, it makes it a bit more fun and realistic if we don't know where it is. If it happens, we're going to use our data links, if it shows up hopefully, to adjust our plan slightly. We may have to shift everything a little bit north to keep out of the range of that hostile fleet. So we'll see how that goes. Fine. RTB, do you guys want to go direct to Gradada or back out to sea and then north again? Probably direct to Gradada, isn't it? But stick feet wet though, guys. See, because I bet there's going to be SAMs along that coast towards Sukumi. So keep feet wet. Cool.
Have we got a server, or do we need to do JD?
It's going to be JD's. Auntie doesn't buy anymore.
Sort it. Okay, sort it.
Roger, so that's done. Any further comments, guys? I think we've got a workable plan there. I think that's all a reasonable plan. Good. Pretty happy, guys. I'm just going to go and fill out the target tasking. So, ground targets, type oil rigs. Just two. Okay, can we have... So I'm still a bit new to this campaign, so I'm a bit all over the place. Whiskey. Harrison, comms check.
Yep, Harrison's here.
Tell me what route your whiskey is going to be going and what your job is.
So, am I leading whiskey?
No, I'm picking on you because I want to make sure that everyone understands.
I believe we're going feet. Sorry, we're going feet wet, aren't we? Over towards kind of like west of Sukumi before heading into the oil rig, and then heading feet wet back, aren't we?
That's correct. And what are you attacking?
The oil rigs.
Roger. Okay, what happens... Seethor, what happens if we take off, and bearing in mind we're not fighting AI, we don't get to control what they do, we're fighting humans. What happens if we are attacked as soon as we take off and you are a strike aircraft instead of a cap aircraft?
We flee to Sochi, I think.
Flee to Sochi. Yep, hide in the Patriots, land at Sochi, whatever you guys fancy doing, just keep out of the way. Correct. Hello, what are you guys attacking?
SA-10.
And
SA-11.
It's an SA-3, but I know you missed the brief.
SA-3, sorry.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
You sort that with your boys.
Yeah.
Whistler, who are we protecting, and what is our plan of how we're going to do it?
It sounds like our priority targets that are going to be in the most danger are the Hornets, because they have to get the closest with the.
And what's our tactic?
We should stay high over the sea and bait them up at us.
Roger, in a east to west racetrack pattern.
Yes.
Right. Okay, guys. I'm content that we more or less understand what we're doing.
All right, Kat, before you go, since you like to pick on people, I'm going to pick on you and see if you're paying attention to everything. If you hear wet noodle out on the radio, what does it mean?
I've got a willy in my ear. I don't know. What does that
mean? It means the strike has been... It means they decided to cancel the strike because we can't get in.
Okay.
That was changed about 30 seconds ago. I just want to point that out.
It was, and I liked it.
Oh, guys, that's such a good point. Because remember, we're limited airframes here. So if you can't do something, don't go in suicide like we always do in Grim Reapers because we're bored. Just fly home and land it. Because if we all got shot down today, we're fucked for the campaign. So we do actually have to.
Okay, so save the airframe.
Save the airframe. So if you can't, so if the mission is turning into one of those missions where everyone's dying, and you're like, I've got a low chance of surviving here, just go home.
Bug out.
You save it for another day.
The traditional code word is.
Gotta run to the bathroom.
If everything needs to be aborted and head back to home, everybody shouts Omega.
Well, our code word is Wet Noodle Whistler.
Okay, guys, I'm happy we're all. What we're doing, I'm going to get set up, and I'll see you in there. We're going to be on guard 243, as we always are, and you got your flight comms. You can. Oh, we haven't got our flight comms. 121. Hammer is 121. Wildcat is 122. Or choose your own flight freaks. But I'm 121 with my boys.
take this as high as possible to conserve fuel. So what angels you want to take us up to?
30 question mark. All units, we're now heading off. Take off in your groups, due south to my mark. And try not to get left too far behind. If you do, let us know. Okay, Whistler, take it away for the takeoff.
Affirm, Tomcat's brakes on and spooling up. And I go. She's a big bitch. Pattern to let people catch up, and then moving out to 180.
Radar's on, let's not get surprised. Jesus, that's a lot of power on the LRWR. Kingston, we've just done a small left pattern. You can find us catches up pretty easily.
We're following just behind. We're with you in a minute. I'm about to punch the soup.
Radar's on, let's not get surprised. Jesus, that's a lot of clutter on the old RWR. Kingston, we've just done a small left pattern. You can find us, catch us up pretty easily.
We're following just behind. We'll be with you in a minute. I'm about to punch the soup. Okay, Whistler's in the soup now. Continuing the turn.
This is dangerous. Fly like this in clouds.
Dangerous.
Just maintain your course and turn. You'll be fine.
I am going to get out of the clouds real quick, and then I will climb above the clouds away from the formation.
Alright.
Whistler's broken through the clouds, turning into course 180 and continuing to climb to Angels 30.
Those Tomcats get so much lift, man. Look back and right squiddle, if that's you. It may not be.
Yeah, eyes on.
Okay, leveling off.
Okay, on the R-dub, we've got front and right, 2 o'clock, we've got our fleet. Left, we've got, I'm guessing that's hostile shell on the left, we've got a clamshell. Tomcat just came belting past. That's hilarious.
Hi. You guys might want to save the gas. Yeah, just slow it down.
This might be too steep of a climb for those Hornets that can't burn, guys.
Yeah, that's, we'll knock it down to 10 degrees or something.
Okay, take it down to a 10-degree climb.
Yeah, because remember, me and the F-15 have we have bags on, you don't, and even then we're having to burn to keep up with you.
I'm surprised you have them at all, considering none of us else do.
Anyone get that bra? From the AWACS?
Hey, firm. 100 miles.
100 miles, alright, no problems. Will you just check my plane, my airframe is clean? I'm not sticking any bits out or anything.
Hey, that's fine.
This feels draggy and horrible.
Because we're going really freaking slow with bags on.
Crossing Angels 20.
Not
I
used
mean,
to
my flaps are down there now. Or no, they're not anymore, but they were a second ago.
not used to flying a low lift.
Footlight checking in. We're going to stay below the clouds, and we're moving right to put you between the coast and ourselves.
Hey boys.
Oh, sorry about that. That's my space.
No. Does anyone know where the other F-14's gone?
That's not him in the cars, is it?
We are ahead and slowing down. Uppers.
Are you that car I see ahead?
Quite probably. Yes, we are.
Okay, I guess we'll make for you. Repeat, 29 nails to our 9 o'clock.
That's the boys. Okay, I've got a distance. I don't know. I can't remember what your RWR is. Ours is a distance base, and they're a good distance.
RWR is signal strength based, not necessarily distance.
Same thing.
Okay.
Whiskey Flight checking in. We're going to be leveling off at 23. Angels 23. We're 4 miles to your 6 currently, Cap.
Yeah, perfect.
431, Overlord, Bra, 10840.
Right, let's start getting the knots up, Whistler. If you can.
Yeah, sure, I'll push it up.
Don't forget to slew your radars down. So they're going to be attacking from 90 degrees left by the looks of it, guys.
Yeah.
Have we got that covered by data link, boys? Oh, thank God we're levelling out.
I'm on the E2's data link, so we should see them.
Okay, now it's getting a lot closer now to 10 o'clock. Now it's close to 10 o'clock.
It's alright, let them come to us. Let them leave the protection of their little SAM net.
Targets on data link.
Distance bearing.
Give me a sec. Trying to hook them. They are directly to our 9 o'clock, Range approximately 100 miles.
Oh, that's okay.
Call 50 miles at 103 Bandit.
50 miles 103. You got an altitude?
20,000.
Cap Chaos.
Send.
You guys keep getting a 2-9 contact on your RWR popping up and disappearing?
It's 50 miles. It's 50 miles 103. 50 for 103.
Cap, I'm gonna break left 103 to look at that contact.
Are you rejoining after that?
Yes, I will.
Roger. We've got one of our guys to take a look at it now.
If it's a confirmed hostile, let me know. I'll send a Phoenix or two out his way.
Possibly even do that and then let him dodge it, and then it will never catch up after that. Because we're going to be shifting soon. Okay, I've had a look on the F10 and it's as I feared. We've left the frogs behind.
Whiskey Flay going to be ducking below the callouts.
Can you see how many, when you get a tally on them, can you see how many there are with Squiddle?
I don't see anything right now.
Data is showing 2 times contact. 49 miles. Bandit at 49 miles, says Jester.
We've got a Tomcat turning. What's the reason? What's going on?
We're trying to get contact on those. Yeah, 47 miles, 2 times, 3 times hostiles.
Alright, let's get it done.
Angels. Yeah, I'm following Kingston in. Angels 19.
Stand by. All units, Cap. We are the Cap team now turning left. Hammer turning left to engage. We'll be back with you shortly. Okay.
Frog. What's the bearing on that bandit?
Bearing is 080 from our location.
We need to know.
I'm looking that way.
We need to know how many ASAP because there might be someone sneaking through for the strike.
It looked like 3. They keep appearing and disappearing, but I think there's 3.
Have we got the direction of travel?
Direction of travel is approximately. They are heading 9 o'clock from our current heading, so they are heading approximately northwest. They may be trying to sucker us over the Sams. I say we return to our south.
I'd agree, guys. They're not coming towards us. Let's turn back back towards our package.
Squirrel spike.
Yeah, we're getting mud spikes already. Let's get out.
Yeah, let's get out, guys.
Small back.
Boys.
All units, Cap, Hammer turning back to strike package. We've been led over Sams. Okay, let's get a Tomcat out here to lead with their superior data link.
All units, strike package turning for the run.
Scratchy guys, we've passed our point. We've got to be turning in now anyway. We've gone too far south. Repeat, turn in, find our package and protect them. Cap, heading east. Targets on scope 080, hanging out at the SA-10.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely not going to go over the SA-10 to kill them. That would be suicide.
Yeah, I'm not going to go very far. I'm just going to lock them up, scare them a bit. All units, Cap, hostiles are at the SA-10. They're jamming and Cap is spiking them. Yeah, I'm just spiking them up.
That's just one contact. the others.
Agreed.
Conserve your gas. Conserve your gas.
Roger, Cap's very good gas. As soon as I get spiked by this SA-10, I'm heading out. Well, actually, let's just see how it goes. Man, I missed data link. Hostile is now 40 miles. Cap spike. It's a, can't tell, it must be a ground spike.
I'm thinking SA-10.
Should we turn back now, or should we drag a few missiles with us?
Yeah, let's turn back. We don't want to risk getting hit by an SA-10.
Cap cold.
FM preservation above all.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, Cap, you're pretty far in.
Follow my lead if you
Yeah,
like. boys.
getting a fire. Getting fired on by the SA-10 now.
Cap's cold, and I'm not being fired on. Hey, data link is keep an eye, make sure they don't follow me.
Squirtle, missile from the rear.
Okay, get out, boys.
Yeah.
Hold it and then brake when you feel necessary.
Cap, there's a missile heading out. I'm burning out just to be safe.
Frog flight, starting our dive for pop attack, SA-10.
Cap clean, cap clean. Cap not clean. Bye.
Was that an F-14 firing a Phoenix a moment ago?
Yeah, I heard a call.
Yeah, we did drop one, but it lost track. That missile still tracked.
Same. Just be safe, just be safe. Okay, boys, cap's turning hot.
The automatic program is because of the missile lock.
Cap's turning hot.
Bandit 053 for 50 at 5,000 guys, so they're flying low under the clouds.
Roger, I'm gonna take a look. 053?
Yep.
Is anyone still getting launched on?
I appear to be.
I'm still getting spiked. Yeah, it's got a SA-10 coming at me.
What fuel state do we dump them? That outer one's at?
13,400.
Should the Tomcats drop lower so we can get better radar contact on these guys since they're wanting to stay low?
break away.
Cap hot. Cap target 30 miles. Stand by.
Strike package, wet noodle.
Cap 070, target 30 miles, 2 targets.
Let's get.
Both Hot Angel 6, both Hot Angel 6. Cap launch warning, I'm out. Man, these missiles suck. Someone cover my exit, please.
I have one confirmed hostile at, looks like 40 miles.
Overlord, Bra, 05943 at 7,000 knots.
Capaz aceitar.
Positive TWS, Fox.
Yep, right, Will.
Got a bandit at 2,000 in hot at friendlies, 40 miles, bearing 100 on the deck.
2 times Fox 3.
Well done.
Maintaining watts.
Hey, the SC-25s have a bandit in hot, 8 miles from their front.
Oh, fucking hell. Go for it,
On
boys.
the
Go
deck.
for it. Have you got bearing for them?
Bearing from me is
firing
0505. Two bandits in hot on the SC-25s.
Anything at them, but anything at them.
SC-25s, you guys got 2 bandits in the mix with you, less than 10 miles away. On your nose.
I can't fucking see them.
Hey, Pep.
Get those missiles out and get out there, guys. You guys got any positive radar tally on those hostiles? Because I can't see them. Yeah, I've got nothing on those hostiles.
Strike called what? So I guess that means we're up. How before rejecting?
Oh god damn it. I probably just ran into a missile. SU-25s, what's mission status for you?
I shot the big Burden 4 missiles, the lead is down, and the other two are on retreat.
Roger. Hornets, what's mission status?
Mission status called off. We're 19 miles, did not spot targets, and we were getting spiked by both aircraft and SAM.
Roger, you RTB?
Affirmative.
Copy. Who have I got? Have I still got Squiddle and Whistler up?
I'm up. I've been evading that 10 the whole fucking time.
Yeah, same here. Stand by. I've got no hostile. They're not got any hostile contacts. Should we RTB?
I have 29 nails out there, but so far no other locks.
Stand by. The SA-10's gone quiet. SA-10's gone quiet. SA-10's gone quiet. Stand by. We might have taken it out. I'm going in for a look. Cap spy MiG-29.
Getting locked up at SA-10 again.
Told you, harms. Fucking harms.
Cap and Squirtle, you guys are further east than I am. Do you require assistance?
No, there's nothing out here. I've got an SA-10 looking me, but not lethal range. No hostiles.
Alright, strongly advise you guys break to the west and return to base.
Cap RTB. Okay, let's get out of here then, guys.
Cap, your charges are just to your north with Gonzalo and C4. Last man out.
Cap season.
Got a band at 30 miles, 096. On the deck, hot.
Say the bra, say the bra again.
080 for 30. Angels 3.
Cap looking.
That Shadow being a goofball.
Cap's got him, Cap's got him. I've got him Angels 2, got him Angels 2. 22 miles, preparing to fire.
Squirtle tally.
Cap TWS, going in for a side shot. At least we can kill some MiG-29s today, boys. He's hot on Cap, he's hot on Cap. Cap engaging and cranking. He's turning cold, he's turning cold.
She knows what's good for him.
Cap's turning cold again. He's just turned back to the south.
Visual, I have him on data link. He is cold and away from us.
Cap cold.
Turning back north. I've got the gas. I'm gonna stay low just in case.
That is a fucking tent.
They're just hovering over the coastline, guys. They're not gonna fight us. Let's just go home.
Yeah, Cap's RTB. I'm protecting an SC-25, so I'm going slow.
It looks like Gonzalo's trying to turn back in.
Yes, that's probably Shadow trying his luck. Just steer him over the Hawks.
Cap merge SC-25T. Oh, I hate realistic missions. Fucker, they're still shooting me, what the fuck?
He doesn't want us going home.
I'm gonna do my own technique. Okay, beat him.
Gonzalo and Cap, you two are the last man at the south side.
Yeah, I'm gonna protect him. I'm gonna.
If you two can deviate north, you can use the Hawk SAMs as covered.
Guys, stay in the air until all of our charges have landed, unless you have Joker.
Whistler's at 7,800 pounds, plenty of fuel.
Still got full internal.
Oh, look out, guys. Shadow's jumping to C-127 again.
Just gonna enter, I think. He's right in front of you, popping flares at Cap.
Yeah, I got him, See, well, you might as well get LO to dump his ordnance. We're not doing realistic ordnance, only airframes. Camp nailed 2 now.
Whistler's over Godata in the pattern.
Out of traffic, 3 ship, whiskey flight, left turn for run and brake, runway 33. Negative runway 15. Alright.
final good out of 1-5.
Hello. Can you see me?
Whistler, I still have plenty of gas. I'm going to maintain the pattern for air security until the rest of the ground team is inbound.
Out of traffic, chaos, turning final, runway 15.
Whiskey 425, this number 3, get down low for stop. Traffic on the final 15. Score during the downwind.
On Campanello.
How far out are we, Whistler?
You look at about 10 miles.
Thank you.
Rough. Whistler on the downwind.
Chaos, runway vacated.
You know what we should have done? We should have put some JDAM coordinates in and tossed them for like 15 miles away, shouldn't we? We tried it in Battle for the North and it worked.
You should have seen what Signore did yesterday on Battle for the North. He rammed in some JDAMs on the Kuznetsov out to the west quite effectively. Took 6 2,000-pound bombs.
Unfortunately, it didn't look like the oil rig was where the coordinates gave us.
Yeah, I mean that's possibly accurate. If you know what I mean. To warfare.
Yeah, we scanned the horizon too, though there was nothing.
Whistler's behind Squirtle in the pattern, about to turn on finals.
Charles traffic, OB, runway vacated.
Rather traffic, Cap and LO, 2 ship approaching from the south for whatever LO's going to do. 1-5.
LO's going to break. Break.
Whistler's on final, Gudata gear down.
Whiskey 4 runway vacated.
121, 490 at 8,000 knots.
Rather Cap, traffic, Cap and LO downwind.
Squawk move active.
Thanks for crossing in front of me.
No problem.
Have to overtake you, LO. Tomcat, stick right on the runway, please. I'm coming by you quite fast. Up down the safe. Right, let's meet up on the apron. Stay on the right in case Ella needs to fly by. Do we do Celia some coffee campaign? I can't remember, or is it super serious?
We did.
Sweet.
As long as we successfully landed, it was considered the airframe was alive.
Okay, boys, technically mission failure, but at least most of us made it back and we had some good decision making. So to celebrate, on 3, full throttle and eject. 1, 2, 3. time. Yes, I'm up. Super Cap to space. Okay, well done, S. Well done, Reg. You win.
Save it for debrief.
Let's go through Les debrief. So I'm just going to load the sheet up again. First, while it's fresh in our mind, can we quickly just do the airframe losses so I can update the sheet?
Just to say, there was some success. I believe we had a few attacks hit on the SAMs.
Oh, really?
I think should have gone in with Harry.
Yeah, one F-14 got shot
Auntie,
down.
you were supposed to be here with us.
All right, hang on, guys. One thing at a time. Let's just do the airplane losses before we forget. Any Eagles destroyed? No. Where did Squiddle make it down?
Yeah, I made it.
No. Any Hornets lost?
Nope.
Any Tomcats won? Tomcats, you boys. Mirage wasn't lost. How many 25s were shot down? One,
yeah.
Okay.
Ha!
Sweet, I've done this completely wrong. There we go. So we've lost 2 airframes. Let's go through the debrief. So first of all, I'm just looking at the flights. It was Hammer. I'll do it because I'm technically the lead. So we did our mission. We kind of found some guys on the east before we planned to do the turn. So we went to intercept, but then turned out because we found the Reds were just loitering. Then we turned in with the Hornets, and to be honest, it was just a massive pain in the arse. It was target rich relatively, but they were hidden in the SA-10, and so we couldn't shoot them down, and we just couldn't get too close to the SA-10. I was between 15 and 30 miles, and I had a Dodge SA-10, so I'm quite used to it now, but we couldn't get in there to do any actual combat. It was really frustrating, and we lost Kingston. I'm guessing it was an SA-10, just not good enough.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on track view now, and we were a decent distance outside what's marked as the kill range for the SA-10, but it managed to get us.
Or are you high?
Yeah, probably.
We were fairly high, yeah.
If you're within 50
we were Angels 19.
If you're within 50 miles, you've got to do some pretty hardcore evasion, so I'll go through that in a tactical debrief so we can learn from that. Okay, otherwise we just couldn't engage, just couldn't get any of you guys, which is pretty realistic, so that's good. Wildcats, send your debrief.
So we weren't fitted out with the 58U, so we had to change our tactics. We ended up just going low under the clouds, building speed, dropping down to the deck, and flying deck level. 50 feet, 50 meters. Coming in to attack the SA-10s with our 25s, and we tried to do a pop-up attack. We got launched at on the way in, or 2 of us got launched at the way in. I thought I'd managed to drop my missile, but I think it was just kept regaining every time I headed back towards the target. And I managed to tank, hold, and avoid getting shot down. I got hit, and Cedar managed to do a successful pop-up on the Big Bird or Clamshell, I believe.
Yeah, you hit the search radar.
So we've damaged that. Right, so that means it doesn't get its Big Bird, or it doesn't get its search radar on the next one, whatever that thing is. So Sly will have to go and investigate that. Okay, well done, boys. Did some damage at least. Anything else from 25s?
No, I just heard a wet noodle in the call, and then somebody said Bandits was in the mix with Bandits, so I just turned cold.
Oh, it's you!
I'm surprised you didn't get hit by flankers. You must have been close.
Yeah, somebody was chasing me. He kept firing, and I kept... Who was that?
That's funny. Or we'll find out.
Trash? Yeah, somebody kept shooting at me, and I was like, oh, no, buddy. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Okay, well done for making it out. Whiskey, send.
We went with you guys until your turn point. Once you guys turned in, we dove down below the clouds and began our run. We flew on the deck. We were about 50 feet radar off the water, and I popped up once we were around 20 miles from target. Did a scan. There was nothing. We kept doing scans while we were getting in. We got 19 miles off of the target. Nothing. We were about, I think, 20 to 25 miles off the shore. And so we started getting spiked by aircraft, and so we broke away, canceled the strike, and RTB'd.
Roger. Were you looking for the oil rigs?
Yes.
How come they couldn't find the oil rigs, Sly? Were we in the wrong place, or...?
I didn't see where they were going, but they should have had the coordinates. The oil.
Yeah, the coordinates, they were not there.
All right. I'll check it out on the debrief and see what went wrong, but... You know, made a mature decision. You didn't flap around, spin in circles. You made a decision to turn back, which is the right decision in that case. So well done, all of you, and all of you for surviving. It was a difficult situation. Good work. Bliatz.
Tomek, you're up.
Okay, I elected to be a GCI for our group.
Oh,
so
I was Junior 2. Wow, brave.
So we had 2 Su-27s, but it gave us some eye in the sky advantage. And we decided to stay feet dry and kind of within safety of the SA-10, and I vectored them in on things as they came in close and away from the F-14s. And we just kind of played it safe to save the airframes and save the boys.
Roger. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, well done, the Reds there. We just didn't have the gear. In summary, Blues just didn't.
We're 2 guys. We only fired like 1 missile.
So?
Come on.
Well,
I think in terms of realism, it was pretty real. Like everyone played a very defensive game, and the defenders protected what they were trying to protect.
Yeah, and we didn't want to push because we didn't lose airframes. The Su-20, I mean, the summary is the Su-25s weren't kitted out for it. They need their Ka-58s if they want to strike a big SAM like that. The Hornets, for whatever reason, just couldn't find their target and didn't have the clear air to loiter and search around for it. So, not much you can say. That's just how it was. The Cap, us Hammer, there's not much we can do. In summary, we need the right. If we're going to take an SA-10 on again, kind of like I said at the beginning, we need the right weaponry. I still think Iron Hand Hornets is the best way to go. 4 Hornets, 20 harms, 16 harms. Works a treat every time we do it. The other way we could have beaten it is, technically I could have flown in there F-15, 15 feet off the ground, do a Maverick, evade all the SAMs, and go in and just kill it with my guns. But no one wants to see that. That's
actually with harms. Currently, you can only fire 1 at a time, or the other ones that you fired previously will lose track. So it's only 1 per plane per shot at a time. For now.
Cap. Question, Cap.
Send.
I got disconnected due to some internet connections.
You can.
Yeah, but do we lose the airframe?
No, obviously you don't. No, it's a stupid question.
Alright.
I've got something to add. The SA-10 that shot Slicer down, watching the tech view was a bug. The missile hovered in mid-air and just turned around to Sly.
Wagner!
Good God. I was going to say, because I dropped it like about 3 times, and every time I turned back hot, it just kept picking me up. I thought, what's going on?
Yeah, it's hovering in midair and then returning on the same path it came.
Get the hell out of here.
My TAC view says different, though.
Oh,
how interesting.
Mine.
Yeah, mine says it just turned cold and it got him as he turned.
Whether it's bugged or not, it shot him down anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Do the oil rigs show up on the TAC view? Because I'm not seeing them as I
No, they don't.
So we've got no
They're static objects, I think, so they'll only render as well with inside 10 nautical miles, so that might be why you couldn't see them if you were 20 miles out.
Bitch.
Not to mention with all the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like probably just weren't close enough. But well, it was what it was, guys. We've got a long way to go in this campaign, lots and lots to learn. But happy.
Also,
we only lost 2 men, so I'm okay with it. Send.
Slicey, please add the ETs next time if we are allowed to use them.
And the fuel tanks.
Yeah, and the fuel tanks.
So
58s would be nice.
And the KH-58s, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to... I'll sort the warehouses for next time. I didn't realise the warehouse has been...
Also, Sly, we had an invisible AWACS, apparently.
You had a human AWACS?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort that out, because I was confused.
Alright, guys.
Roger.
I think that's everything productive.
Cap.
I'm Send, JD.
Track files and member missions. So
Thank you very much. If someone could send me a TAC view file, I'll put something together so we can see what happens.
Right next to the track file and member mission files.
Send.
Cap, if you can read my message that I sent you as well.
Yeah, the TAC fee is only 7.4 megabytes today. I could just send that without the Dropbox.
Yeah, I would have got it anyway, so that's all right. Right, well done, boys. I'll see you for Desert Warfare on Monday, this again next Wednesday, and whatever we do at the weekend. No, fuck, it's training tomorrow. Someone decide what they want to do for training tomorrow, and we'll get it done. Otherwise, I'm going to see you a lot later.
Copy that.
See you, Cap.